Hello, another day, another video, another little chit chat. Um, it's raining outside. I need to remember to make like a rainy day version of me drinking coffee because I think, oof, rainy days are the best for coffee because you can feel like the temperature changing, even if it's just a little bit. I mean, the worst case, it becomes humid, and then it's the worst change. But most of the time, I guess like in the morning is not the best, unless it's early enough in the morning. But late at night, when it rains, that's when that temperature drops. It feels amazing. But sadly today, um, the rain decided to start literally after my walk, um, which is fine. I didn't get caught in it. In fact, I think it started like an hour after I finally came in. So, oh, speaking of walking, I've actually started. Oh, the thunderstorms. I started. Oh, I mean, I was already doing the whole walking thing a little bit earlier in the week, but I also decided to get. You know what? I remember the Pikmin Bloom game, and I was like, if I'm gonna focus on walking so much for the next couple of weeks, I might as well just grab this game and go, right? And it's been really fun. I finally got up to the part where you fight mushrooms. That seems to be the most interesting. Oh, flashy. Oh, I hope that thunderstorm isn't too close. I don't want my computer to suddenly crash while I'm recording. Um, this was the worst time to start recording. Like the rain was so fun. I was like, oh yeah, I can start recording, and then thunderstorm. Like, oh nope, this is the worst time. This is the worst. Okay, focus. What I was gonna say is about the walking. The walking. Um, so I know that a lot of people, especially in the YouTube sphere, always talking about. Well, just not even the YouTube sphere, just like media in general, is the whole touch grass mentality, which is perfectly reasonable. Everybody should always touch grass. In fact, the grass is very fine. But uh, and some people say a 30-minute walk is perfect, especially if if it's just for um the mental exercise. 30 minutes is just enough. And I know not everybody has uh a lot of time for like extensive walking. But did you like I was like I found I was like, okay, what is the most healthy steps that you should have every day? Apparently it's 10,000. And according to what I looked up, 10,000 steps is the equivalent of, depending on your speed and distance, it takes up about 2 hours total. Um, yeah, about 2 hours to do a full 10,000 steps. So I'm crazy. So I decided to do that. I have been walking the last week. Yes, the last week I have walked 10,000 steps every day, counting the weekend. Well, actually, except for Sunday, but that's just because Womanly Monthly decided to kick me in the goads and say, not today. Sunday, unfortunately, I couldn't move a muscle, which sucked really hard because I was like, no, so close to a full like 100,000. No, it would be would it no? How much would it be for? You know what I mean? I almost got a whole week of just 10,000 steps every day, and I missed it just on Sunday. And I was actually surprised. Uh, I'm surprised how little I walk without it. Like technically, you could go for 8,000. 8,000 is also manageable if you're one of those people that has not a lot of time. So that's more like roughly like an hour and a half would be 8,000. So if you're one of those people that are kind of crunched for time, um, when it comes to actually getting your steps in, 8,000 steps also works. And I just want to go for 10,000 at least until my summer semester starts. I probably still have a lot of time to do it because I decided to do online classes for my summer classes, particularly for this class, because I feel like I would manage it better with online course. But yeah, uh, I would say uh, 30-minute walk is good for mental health. 8,000 would be good for someone that needs that exercise but doesn't have the time. Especially if they don't have but they can't really go into um, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Like well, no. Walking is cardio. What's the other thing? Excessive working out? You know, when you do the crunches and all that stuff. Which I'm going to be doing that it was supposed to be this week, but then I remembered my Womanly Monthly started. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing push-ups while that's going on. So I decided to wait until at least half of the week is through and then get back to that actually finally getting to an actual exercise routine alongside oh my god, that thunder. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but I hear it. It's just like, wow, that one was really close. My electricity is very sensitive to lightning, so that's why I'm just like, oh no, please. Please, Jesus, no. Just let me finish my recording and I'll turn off my computer, I swear. So, so yeah, I would say, yeah, like 8,000 8,000 is still pretty good if you could mix it in with some like crunches and push-ups and stuff like that, right? But 10,000 at least should be the ideal goal, if anything. Ideal goal every day, but not everybody can manage that depending on their schedules, um, especially when it's not the summer. My God, when it's not the summer. Oh, speaking of that, I was also thinking, I know people with things like, oh, I hate working out during the summer. I personally prefer working out in the summer. And for me, basically because I have so many holiday events to go to, it's hard to stick to a reasonable diet during the winter holidays and stuff like that. There's not many holidays during the summer, so it makes it so much easier. Well, spring and summer. Like early spring is a bit rough sometimes, depending on what holidays you do and what you do in them. But there's a couple of early spring holidays that kind of keep it difficult. But like late spring, and throughout the summer is the perfect time to start really focusing on your exercise routine and actually start losing weight. And then during the winter, just like don't completely focus on losing weight, but keeping it off. Yeah, use winter as a time to like keep off the weight more so than focusing on losing any more. Unless you're like even more serious than I am. There's some people that could go pretty hard. But if you're just trying to manage yourself, that I sound like I just realized like this is the healthy podcast. No, this is the healthy video that I'm thinking of. Like basically like my healthy routine right now, at least when it comes to exercise. Dieting is gonna be a whole new level soon, 'cause I eat awful because I don't cook as much as I'm supposed to, and hopefully, if not in the middle of this week, but sometime next week, I am going to finally start making meals, uh, just just to get the practice in. And I know it's like, aren't you like 30? I'm like, yes, it's a sad reality, but to be fair, I think most like it's one of those things where I know how to cook some things, but I want to actually cook like genuine meals, like because like I think everybody at least the majority of people could cook a decent lunch, but I don't know how to cook a decent dinner, and I want to get to that level. Um, and especially with things being expensive as they are, you'd be surprised how much money you save purchasing ingredients and making yourself instead of going to a fast food place. Because let's face it, y'all, uh, fast food place knows you're lazy. They know you're lazy, and they know that you don't want to cook today, and they take advantage of that. And that's why it's so goddamn expensive. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it used to be pretty reasonable before, but now, like, with everything that it is right now, it's just like, no, they're just in difficult times. You need to, in difficult times, you need to get back to basics. And I need to start cooking properly and eating properly and exercising properly and just everything properly. Um, so, no more slacking off, I guess. uh, all right. I think that's all I wanted to talk about today. Just like healthy habits that I'm trying to get back into. Healthy habits. And I probably would go on a little bit more on the healthy habits if it wasn't for the fact that this thunderstorm doesn't look like it's lighting up anytime soon. I hope it doesn't turn off my computer. I haven't heard the last thunderstorm in a while, but the rain's still going pretty hard. I do need to, I think I mentioned this earlier, but I do need to draw like a it's raining outside version of this picture that I'm using for days like this, because I'm not scared of the rain. I'm scared of the lightning and the thunder that could potentially turn off my computer. So I think that's going to be it for today. So I'll talk to you later, guys. Good morning and good night.